Good morning, my beautiful kings and queens. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that this be a beautiful, blessed, and prosperous day for you. So this morning, well, actually last night, I heard something in my spirit. It's God will process you before He has released you. A lot of the times we want the things of this life, but yet we don't want to do the things that it takes. We just want like instant gratification, but that's not how God works. God has to process you. In that processing, He's building character. In that processing, He's building stability. In that processing, you are going through things like everything that is not of God or anything that is impure, it has to be burned out of you completely. Like, I know going through my processing, like, I basically I lost everything. I had to start back over. Everything that was my idol, God stripped it away from me. People can be your idols, places can be your idols, and God is a jealous God. He will have nothing, absolutely nothing before Him. So God had to like strip me of everything. He had to like purge my heart. He had to purge everything about me that did not represent Him. And we think that, okay, I've arrived, I have made it, like you just feel like, oh, I'm a good person, but being a good person is not enough. You have to build character. You have to make sure that that foundation is sturdy so that any wind blows, it's not going to take you away. And in doing so, it hurts. When God is processing you, it actually hurts. It hurts. You're going to be bleeding. You're going to be wounded. You're going to go through that fire. You're going to get burned. You're going to get scorched. But guess what? You're not going to die. The processing hurts, but it's not to kill you. The processing is painful, but it's not unto death. He has to take certain characteristics out of you so that when He pulls you through, that you are not in a space where you feel like it's all about you. Like, He's going to strip you. He's going to humble you. He is going to make sure that anything that is on the throne of your heart is going to be dethroned. Like, He's the only one that wants to sit there. So yeah, the processing it's painful. Like, it is painful. God had to show me that, baby girl, you don't need anybody. I'm all that you need. Like, we sit here and we depend on people, we depend on flesh, but you don't realize flesh will fail you. Flesh will fail you. So you can't put your trust in man. You can't put your trust in your job. You can't put your trust in anything, because all of these things will fail you. And in the processing, that's where God shows you that. So before He releases you onto anything, you have to be processed, and you got to be willing. And in the processing, you are being pruned, because He said if a tree bears much fruit, He's going to prune it, and if you don't bear fruit, He's going to prune you. So either way, you are going to be pruned so you can produce more fruit. So it hurts, it's painful, and it shows you about like long suffering to know, like, God, get me out of this situation. But He can't take you out of that situation until all the impurities have been released. It's just like gold. You see gold, in its original form, or in its original state, it's dirty. Like, you look at it, it has dirt, it has clumps of minerals, everything in it, but it has to go through fire. You have to go through fire. It's like testing. Like, you gonna boil that gold until all the dirt, till all the impurities come out, till you can see your reflection. That's what God does. He purifies us. He puts us through fire so He can see His reflection in you. Same with diamonds in the rough. Like, you look at it, it just looks like lump of coal, but when they start refining that diamond, when they start purifying, then you start cutting it. You cut it, you cut it so that way you can see its brilliance. It has to be cut like diamond cuts, and only in that cutting, that's when you see the brilliance of the diamond. It's the same way God works. He's gonna cut you. He is going to cut you. But when He's finished in that processing, that's when you see His image. That's when you see the brilliance. That's when you see the shine. Like, yo, you have to be broken. You got to be broken. I saw this I don't even remember the name of it, but I saw in Asia, I think it's in Japan or China or something, where they take broken vessels, and they put them back together, but they put them back together using gold, and it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. So you looking at that piece of art, you would never know that it was broken, because the gold that they used to line it, it's so beautiful, and it actually enhances the object. I forgot the name of it. I got to look it up. But that's the same way that God will do with you. He will take your broken pieces, like every part of you that is broken, and he will put them back together with the gold. So people looking at you, they don't know what you've been through, because they're seeing that gold. They don't know the suffering. They don't know the nights that you cried. They don't know the nights that you hugged your pillow, snot on your nose, like bawling, like, they don't know, because they're looking at the finished product. They see the gold lining, they see the diamond shining, they see the gold that's clear, they see the gold where you could see the reflection, but they don't know the processing that you have been through. That processing hurts. The processing is painful. So man is looking at the finished product, but they don't see what you had to go through. We buy gold rings, we buy diamonds, we buy gold bracelets, necklaces, and we don't know the process that gold had to go through. We just see the finished product. The same way people see the finished product, they don't see the processing, they don't see the fire, they don't see the cutting, they don't see the bruising. But needless to say, all of that has to happen before God releases you, because if he releases you before your process, you're going to mess it up, whatever that may be. You'll mess up the job, you'll mess up the marriage, you'll mess up the friendship, you'll mess up the opportunity, because you have not been processed. Those impurities have not been burned out of you. You haven't been cut yet. So you're in your rough form. So a lot of the things we pray for, you also have to pray for the processing. It hurts. It hurts. Anywhere that you want to go, that you pray on for, you are going to be processed. But in that, we have to trust and know that it's all for our good. It's not unto death. The processing is not unto death. It's for your good. All right, guys, have a beautiful and blessed day.